Now we're moving to the Knesset,
Yes.
project. The Knesset is the Israeli parliament, for those of us who are not...
The Israeli parliament decided that the main hall should be decorated by something very special. I don't know who took the decision to ask...
I think it was the speaker.
The speaker.
That's what I read. It was the speaker, but I'm not sure.
To ask Chagall to do the work, and he volunteered for it. And in the beginning, it was just, he made sketches. He put huge pieces of paper on the wall. In some cases, he stood on a chair in order to get higher up. In other cases, he was bending down, and just with black,
Like this one.
yeah, standing on the chair, making the sketches of the. These are sketches of the mosaics to be. The mosaics will eventually be both on the wall and part of them on the floor. But the sketches he made on pieces, huge pieces of white paper, and he was standing there, and you could to see his hand run over
The brushstroke.
over the paper and creating something.
So you actually saw him
And
in action.
that was, I think, one of the really most impressive moments of my life. To see a man like Chagall, the beginning of his creation. I mean, this is the first thing, the first sketch he does, right? Of what is ending up to be something incredibly fantastic. And when you're there, when you just see the first time he puts that piece of coal on
The beginning.
it's something to remember, something to be. Well, it's nice to have experienced it.
Well, I'm sure most of our viewers will feel the same, but you made me very jealous. And very rarely do I get jealous, because I did experience...
You're not the first.
I'm not the first and I'm not the last.
Many people have told me, oh God, I would give my right arm to be there when he did that. I was lucky enough to...
And this is how I felt when I
not
saw
only that,
those.
I don't think there were other photographers.
No.
I think I got somehow I got the exclusivity. I don't know. Maybe they weren't interested. Maybe they didn't run after it. I don't know.
Maybe Chagall didn't want them.
No,
you never know.
No, he's not the kind of man. He's not the kind of man who said, I don't want them.
So people just didn't realize.
Maybe it was the speaker who invited me. I don't know. 65, I was already fairly strongly connected to Time magazine.
Time magazine.
And it could have been the Time magazine assigned me to do it.
Because when
I
we
was
looked
not
at
on
those...
staff yet. I became on staff 5 years later.
Yeah.
But I was a sort of a permanent freelancer.
Yeah.
And
you were the go-to guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the go-to guy.
And it may be that I did on assignment for Time.
Because I come from an art background, and Chagall obviously was one of my favorite and one of my heroes. But when I saw these pictures and I tried to find them elsewhere, I couldn't. Most of those pictures.
No, luckily enough, Time magazine.
Yeah.
Time and Life had a deal with the photographers. The photographers retained their negatives.
Phenomenal.
They kept a very few.
Yeah.
Just a very, very small choice, but all the other negatives came back from the photographer, which is very lucky, because I worked for nearly 45 years for them, and everything that I shot.
We are very lucky. This is a similar one.
Similar one, yeah.
Just from a different angle.
The way he stands with that smock he's wearing, you know, there's something, a workman.
He was.
He was a workman. Yes, he's a worker, and he regarded his. I think a true artist is a worker.
Yeah. He wasn't a flashy guy. He wasn't a celebrity.
No, you know, one of these guys. Oh, no. And he was never bragging about his work. I mean, I think it's a character thing of a man, humility. Certainly, and it was. Yes, I can say that. He did. You did feel his humility when you were around him. You never felt that he is feeling above you.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's one of, I guess, another reason why he became what he became.